Hey there guys and gals, this is Barbie Figueroa again with barbiefigueroa.online, and as I promised, I printed out my MLSP 30-day goal sheet, and to be honest, I've always been terrible at filling out goal sheets. I've always been kind of like this go with the flow type of person, and I kind of sort of have an idea of what I want to happen. But what happens is when I obsess too much over what I want to happen, I don't let just things take their course, and I get discouraged quickly and I get frustrated quickly if things don't start happening. And well, that was me before actually. But I've had some very big changes in my life recently that have made me change my perspective. And if I have to be 100% honest, which I do want to be, my newfound faith has a lot to do with the shift in my mindset. Okay, before I used to think a lot about, you know, me, what I was gonna do, what I was gonna get out of things. I had a very selfish kind of point of view, right? And then once I had this amazing transformation, and I became a born-again believer. I'm just gonna put it out there because I know that that could turn away some people, but I tell it to you because I have to. Without sharing that part of my story, I can't clearly tell you why I've had such a huge transformation in my heart, in my spirit, and in my mind. So I used to be very fearful, let me not say used to, I'm a work in progress, let's get that straight. Not perfect, okay? But my faith has helped me a lot with my mindset, okay? And now, quite frankly, I'm gonna tell you some of the dreams that I had as a little girl, and honestly, by the grace of God, they've come true. But it wasn't because I knew exactly where I was gonna be, and I knew exactly every fine little detail. And I think that's kind of like why I've kind of struggled, because I was kind of looking at things in the wrong way. And I will get to the 30-day goal sheet, because in the MLSP starting sheets, they kind of go over getting into detail as to what you want to see, right? And so so basically, ever since I was a little girl, I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. Not only did I want to be a stay-at-home mom, I wanted to be a present stay-at-home mom. I wanted to be the type of mom that my kids would come to me and speak to me and feel like they could talk to me, kind of like a cross between a friend and a nurturing mother, and someone that they can just hang around with, play with, or whatever. And to be quite honest, at this point in my life, right now, at 45 years old, I've got a 17-year-old, I've got a 14-year-old, I've got an 11-year-old, and my sons are like, they're like my best friends, okay? Now, I know that we definitely have a mom-son friction going on sometimes, but for the most part, they're just like amazing, okay? And Cooper, you're drinking from the pool. My dog is drinking from the pool. Okay, Cooper, don't do that. And then I've been blessed with a beautiful dog who's also a boy, and I'm completely surrounded by boys. I have 3 boys, my husband, my male dog, so I'm like the only girl in the house, but I digress. Okay, so while I'm doing these 30-day goal sheets, basically, my husband and I have struggled for a really, really long time. I know that I live right now in a really pretty house, and honestly, I pinch myself every day because I am so incredibly grateful that God has put us here. But we've worked really, 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 really hard, okay? And so now we're at a point where my husband, he works for himself, and he's got enough clients and enough work to basically take care of us for the most part, you know? I mean, we're definitely not well off or rich. We just, you know, we just got a really good deal on this place, you know? But anyway, the reason I'm telling you this is because you know, I want to share some of my goals, but I don't want to share all of my goals because I think some of that stuff is just private. It's between you and your maker, right? But, you know, one of my goals really in using MLSP is to, how do I say this? My primary role is a mother. That's my primary role, right? So I want 80% of my time to be dedicated to my family. My kids are getting older, so they don't need me as much, but they still have needs. You know what I'm saying? My older son, he doesn't quite know what he's gonna do yet, doesn't know if he's gonna go to the college route, whatever. My middle son is, you know, by the way, they're homeschooled, so they're looking for, my middle son is kind of like into the culinary stuff, so, you know, I wanna help support their dreams. Yes, I know they have to work and earn and all that stuff, but I want to try to help them as much as that I can. And, you know, God forbid, if anything happens, you know, if my husband is can't work for a week or two or whatever the case may be, or we want to go on vacation, you know, I want to be able to have a passive stream of income that continues to come in, that doesn't depend on me physically being there all the time. Okay, so it says here, my 30-day goal. What do you want? And it says, start your goal by simply writing, by X date, I have already helped, I have given, I own, or my business is, my life looks like, whatever. And you say it in the present tense. Okay, so honestly, first and foremost, what I really want is to follow God's will for my life. Okay, that being said, if I have anything to do with it, you know, I really want to, at least in these first 30 days, take consistent action. I want to create value-based content that attracts the right people that I can personally help to build their business online, to generate leads, and to start seeing that they can make some money online and create a passive leveraged business online. I really want to grow a community on YouTube, and I want to create content that is valuable, that attracts people to me. Okay, I would love to overcome my fear of connecting with people and speaking to total strangers, because I am an outgoing introvert. So breaking the ice is a struggle for me. When I get people, sometimes, you know, like in MLSP, you know, the fastest way to start networking is to go out there and start making friends. And in real life, I struggle with that. So I'd love to overcome that fear, because I do believe that, you know, if I am going to, you know, use my gifts, right, then I have to overcome the fear of reaching more people. Okay, so just keeping it real, people. I'm keeping it real. So even though my goals are not totally monetary right now, there's things about myself that I want to change and overcome. So that's part of my 30-day goal. And then, you know, they ask you questions like, you know, why do you want it? What is the fuel behind it? And for me, honestly, I just want to live a godly life. I want to feel love and peace and joy and giving, and I want to be less like the world and more generous and more giving and more spirit giving. And so, I don't know, that might be hokey for a few people, but I'm just telling you from my heart. Who must you be and avoid being in order to reach this goal? I have to stop being, I have to stop being who I was, and I have to what's the word? I have to be more like my Creator. You know what I mean? Some of you will get that. I gotta be more Jesus-like, okay? And how could you get this? I'm not sure. I'm just going to trust God, okay, that if I put this on paper of who I need to become, what I need to change, the actions that I need to take, that the ball will start rolling. So yeah, so then they've got the 60-day goal, they've got, let's see, 90-day goals, 6 months goals, and 1-year goals. And this is going to take a lot of time to really think about it. I really need to pray on this stuff. I just really want I just want to live God's plan for my life, whatever that is. This has come into my life for a reason, so I have to believe that this is part of the journey and this is part of the process. So that's why I'm making this videos, because maybe it potentially is part of your journey and part of your process, and maybe you have to overcome shyness or overcome, you know, getting in front of a camera, or overcome putting yourself out there, or overcome sharing from your heart. Maybe you're a little like me and you gotta overcome these things too, and you need to plug into a system that will kind of give you the push that you need to make that happen. So anyway, so I'm gonna cut it short here, guys. I think I've given you more than I intended. I just kind of went talking, and hopefully you got some value out of me sharing. And I would love to, if you so feel compelled, to share some of your goals. Like, why do you want to build a business online? Are you a mom like me? Is there maybe you want to, I don't know, maybe you want to give more to charity, maybe you want to be more involved in your church, maybe you want to help your middle child go to culinary school if that's what he wants to do. Maybe you're trying to get out of debt, you know, maybe you're trying to pay off some credit cards, you know, and you want to develop those skill sets that are going to help you. And so, by the way, if I'm sweating profusely, I apologize, because I'm so smart that I decided to wear a sweater in 80-degree weather here in South Florida. But it was so pretty outside, I just had to come out here. So anyway, so you can get access to this 30-day goal sheet and a step-by-step system as well, step-by-step process as well. I've got a link below this video if you want to get started. Really, it's really risk-free. I think it's $10 for like 10 days if you want to, you know, kick the tires and check out the system and go through this process too. And maybe we can even do it together and kind of go through this journey and go through this process together. If you're interested in doing that, I've got links below in the description box that you can check out. And always you can leave me comments or questions, and I'll be more than happy to help you. So outside of that, if you like this video, or you like, you know, just stream of consciousness videos like these, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and click the little bell so you get notifications of my next videos. And I am going to wipe sweat off my nose right now, if you don't mind. And yeah, and go visit my website at www.barbiefigueroa.online to download my free resource. And I will catch you in another video. Thank you, God bless you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.